Hello and welcome to CVR News Network. You're watching CVR English, and yes, we have been telecasting the program Ready for Retaliation, and now the retaliation has started. The revenge has started with the name Operation Sindoor in the late night at 1:45 a.m. in the night, which is named after Operation Sindoor. And approximately, as per the recent press release by the army, 25 to 30 terrorists each side was killed, and it has conducted in Jaish-e-Mohammed stronghold Bawalpur and Murdike, and these two things are very crucial for the Jaish-e-Mohammed, and one of them is include this target was also included a masjid wa Markaz Taiba was also targeted, and totally approximately 80 to 90 terrorists were neutralized in total. And Pakistan has also responded, unlike the previous attack, which has under the previous surgical strike that was happened after the Uri and the Pulwama attack. Pakistan said that there was no such attack, but this time immediately after the Operation Sindoor, the Pakistani side army officer is the first person to respond, and he briefed the press saying the civilians were targeted, which is absolutely, frankly speaking, we can say it as a nonsense, but they have simply said that India has targeted the mosques and the innocent civilians, and whereas 85 to 90 terrorists are neutralized in the Pakistan. All the armed forces were part of this mission, and this particular Operation Sindoor was even carried by two eminent women army personnel also. So the revenge has started. Operation Sindoor has started, and yes, so far it is a revenge, so far it is an attack, but it's not a sir. Actually, for completely today, May the 7th, will be remembered as an. So far till yesterday, we were preparing for the entire nation mock drill, and just yesterday, government has indicated that there is no need to get panicked. It is just a mock drill, but not a war siren. But today, when India has attacked, obviously, frankly speaking, for our end, we are showing our force. But so far, we can say that completely the war is not started, because, frankly speaking, Pakistan is not in a position to counter. And yes, it's an eminent thing to the entire world that Pakistan now cannot afford something called war, right? And so, for now, we can call this as an operation, something like a surgical strike. The only difference between the previous surgical strike and this surgical strike is only one thing, that yes, previously Pakistan has denied, and now Pakistan is the one which has confirmed the attack that has taken place in the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, especially in the two areas of the Jaish-e-Mohammed stronghold. Jaish-e-Mohammed stronghold, in which totally 90 terrorists are supposed to have got executed or the wiped out. The two areas are Bawalpur and Murdik. These are the two targets that Operation Sindoor was executed on the Pakistan administrated or the Pakistan occupied Kashmir. And we are getting a flash that Omar Abdullah, the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister, has himself said that there is no need to panic even in the for the Kashmiris also, because this is the operation that is carried as an avenge by the Indian army, and this is an attack, and probably this is going to end for now. And because Pakistan is not in a position for an official war, Pakistan cannot face India as of now. And especially even the international circumstances also said Pakistan tried its level best to gather the support, but it did not get the support from anywhere. So far, ever since India got independence, we all know that, especially United States of America, the most powerful country, since we got the independence, always supported Pakistan. It never supported India. But this is the first ever time Donald Trump has publicly said that they are on the side of India. Initially, J.D. Vance, and as we all know that when J.D. Vance was in India, this particular Pahalgam attack has happened. But still, J.D. Vance has said that In a normal tone, he has said that have a dialogue and war is not an option. UN Security Secretary General Antonio Guterres also said the same thing. Antonio Guterres even held a closed room dialogue with the Security Council members, where Pakistan is a temporary member, has conducted the closed door meeting. But after that, he said that dialogue is an option. But Donald Trump has publicly said that if at all Pakistan starts an attack, it will retaliate. Even Pakistan will take the side of India and give the answer to China. It's in one simple line he has given. And to speak more on this, we are joined with Professor Rama Krishna, a analyst who will be speaking on this, and he will be giving his opinion on this. And also Dr. Raghu, another panelist, will be joining with us. Mr. Professor Ramakrishna sir, very good morning. Captain Ramakrishna sir.
And good morning to the news team and other panel members.
Hello, Captain Ramakrishna sir, are you able to hear me? Yeah, Captain Ramakrishna sir, please, as an army person, can you please give your initial reaction on this particular Operation Sindoor? As an army person, how jubilant are you and what is your initial reaction? Captain Ramakrishna sir, please, your opinion.
So this operation, Operation Sindoor, is done by our army people along with the Air Force. What he did is exactly 100% correct. So this is the right time to our Indians to capture our POK. So why we are leaving that one part of Kashmir to the Pakistan? This is the right time. So all Indians were eagerly awaiting to capture our own land, the POK. So, and we already the attack on 9 places on terrorist parts, but the Pakistan claim that they can attack on civilians. So Pakistan is always giving blames towards our Indians. But whereas this our attack on Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e Muhammad and Hizbul Majistan. So these are, I think, our Indian force deployed this Rafale jets. So whenever the time comes, so we have to show our strength to these enemy countries like our Pakistan. So we are already putting a soft corner towards our Pakistan because it is a neighbor country. But they are not thinking like that. They always think that our Indian country is enemy to them, so that they are entering all terrorists to our India and doing the causes to the damages to our India. So now the Pelgam attack on 22nd March, the 28 members. So they already targeted on Hindus also. This is absolutely unfair. But so this is all Indians are regularly waiting the good news from our Modi ji. So we always support our government, central government, and Modi ji's government because he is the right man to control this whatever terrorists. Because we all support you, sir. So about this attack, this Operation Sindoor, because this is the right time, and all countries also, some of our friend countries also wish to occupy the Kashmir. We have to capture it. This is the right time. So we are, as a former NCC officer, so I took an army training, 3 months and 4 months at Nagpur County. So there, we always use it to learn all the equipments, the firing of everything. But this is the right time to attack our attack the terrorist groups at Jammu, POK and Pakistan.
All right.
My
We'll.
side,
Yes.
I am as far as myself concerned, what did our central government or government of India is the right one, and take some more attacks on terrorist administrative blocks, and we have to strengthen our government also. So we all support you the government on this attack, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir. Professor, we are joined with Professor Nandini. Ma'am, can you give your initial reaction? Ma'am, can you opine? What's your initial response and what was your initial feeling when you have heard about this Operation Sindoor? And as a woman, so probably something Sindoor is the word which is related to women, and
Yes,
and I am saying personally an operation which is conducted in this sort of name, because usually we have seen operations like Blue Star and all that, but Sindoor is something which is related to women. So as a woman, what is your initial reaction?
Good morning, the other panelists. It's something, it's a privilege. I feel it's a privilege to be as a member of the panel. The purpose, what we have done is, we have to give back whatever has come to us. So we know that the terror has been brimming in Pakistan and the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and it is threatening our security. And we know that the national security is the primary motto of any state. And when people kill our civilians, and that too with high-edged, that is technologically edged weapons, and it's an answer to them that the more terror you give, we are ready to give you back. Earlier, the mantra was घुस के मारेंगे, लेकिन now तो we have done चुन चुन के मारेंगे. That means the 7 strikes what we have done, we have targeted it so well because of the cutting edge technology we have in our warfare. We exactly know the location. We know that where is the precision strike which we have to do. And this is what is not called as a hard power what we have used. I know we have used the Army, Navy and Air Force, but it is a message to the countries which are against India to tell, India is nothing less. If you think I am still a developing country, I am not. It is a 1990 mantra that I was developing. Now I have developed to such an extent that I use the best of war technologies, and I know I will give you back. Not only घुस के मारेंगे, चुन चुन के मारेंगे, because you have hurt our civilians. If it is only a warfare between two countries where military is fighting, it is good because they have been trained. But the civilians were enjoying their time in Pahalgaon, who were not even knowing what would happen to their morning, have been attacked. And I think the government has, this time, they did not strike secretly. They have warned Pakistan that we will revenge it, and we have avenged it successfully. I think that's what is an emotion, and most of the women, I should not be talking that they are widowed, that doesn't sound good in 21st century. But I think they were so jubilated and happy to tell that you have as a government avenged our pain, and we are thankful to that. And being a woman, I feel that losing a family man, or I don't call always men are breadwinners, but if it is a breadwinner, it would affect the whole family. So that has to be taken care of, and I think our Ministry of Defense, our Ministry of External Affairs under Prime Minister has done a great job. I know losing life is for anybody wrong, but for taking terror has no religion, terror has no nationality. So if you are encouraging cross-border terror, we are ready to answer with a strike which will hit you hard, not only on your military but also on your economy. We have made already water security, we have stopped water, and we have cancelled the Indus Pact, and that shows that India is at its best to give back as a avenging and revenging India. And as Indians, we should be standing by this, and we should support the state, because terror is nowhere to be encouraged. And if you are quiet, I think it would be cowardness on our part to tell that you encourage terrorism and I will keep quiet. And this is the best answer, according to me, that what we have given. And I thank all of you for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you, Professor Nandini. And now we'll move on to our next panelist, Dr. Raghu. Dr. Raghu, can we have Dr. Raghu? All right.
Good morning, one and all.
Yeah, Dr. Raghu, please give your initial
morning,
reaction. What was your initial reaction when you heard about this operation?
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are very much audible, sir. Unfortunately, we are not getting your image online, but you are very much audible to us.
Good morning, one and all, to all the panelists and whoever is watching this webinar. See, actually, this Pahalgam attack happened in 22nd April, right? By five armed militants, and they have killed 28 civilians. 28 civilians, out of them, most of them are Hindus. They were attacked by armed militants, which have their roots in Pakistan and Pakistan occupied Kashmir. And TRF, the Resistance Front, which is the offshoot of Lashkar-e-Toiba, claimed responsibility for this attack, isn't it?
Yes,
So since then, our Indian government have been searching for them, and they're trying to retaliate for this attack. For example, a joint cordon and search operation took place immediately after that, and temporary lockdown has been imposed in Poonch sector and Pir Panjal range also. On 24th April, there was a direct confrontation and gunfight between the insurgents in Basantgarh area in Udaipur, and also demolition of houses of at least 10 alleged militants took place. And this Operation Sindoor is also one of the part of all these operations which took place after this Pahalgam attack. No doubt, this is one of the best deed which was done by our government of India. No doubt in that. Previously, our policies was different. Okay, we have to deal with peaceful dialogues and all these things. It was on bygone statements. See, some militants came to our area and they have killed our civilians. We can't just sit silently and we can't sit silently. Okay, we have to retaliate for the attack, isn't it? So this is one of the best deed which the government of India has done, and they have attacked the 9 terrorist infrastructure sites in Poonch, Rajouri areas, in Muzaffarabad regions, Kotli regions, Bimbar regions, and they have targeted only militant sites. This war, let us call it as a war. This war is against terrorists only, not any other people. It's only terrorists. See, the main target is terrorists only, not other people. See, after this Pahalgam attack, our Indian government has stopped Indus Water Treaty, and all these sequences are leading to stop terrorist activities in that region. And it's really a great achievement today what the government of India has done in that region, and most of the people who are supporting or who are involved in terrorist activities were killed, it seems. And I really thank our armed forces and defense forces for this activity, for this deed. I look forward for other attacks also if they do any mischievous things in our sovereign nation. This is main principle now we are following in India. Previously, we used to follow the peace talks between two nations and whatever that is. Now our nation is not like before. We are one of the powerful nations in this world. So I really thank our government of India and also defense personally. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Raghu. Thank you for your valuable feedback. We will move on to Captain Rama Krishna. Captain Rama Krishna, as a person who is well trained in army, what is your initial what do you feel now that this Operation Sindoor, will this be halted for now? Because frankly speaking, Pakistan in this particular situation cannot afford for a war. It cannot counter India. What exactly it can do is just impose a few more terrorists, just grow few more terrorists and sending to India. But the war siren is frankly speaking not yet on, because it is just an operation similar to the surgical attack. But this is acknowledged by Pakistan. The only difference between. So, do you think this Operation Sindoor will wind up just taking account of a coordination of Pakistan, or will it go ahead in any way? Captain Ramakrishna, are you able to hear me?
Sir, Pakistan is always blaming the Indians because we are only targeting and destroy the only terrorist administrative blocks. But this Pakistan claiming that and blaming us, they are attacking the civilians, and at the same time the people they reported the civilian casualties, including the death of at least 3 or 9 persons, and injured so much. But what they are doing is exactly giving the false message or false information to the that means to the entire world. So at the same time, our government informed what he did to the USA and Russia and other countries who are supporting us, and we are only attack on the administered blocks of these major terrorist blocks, Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed and Hezbollah Mujahideen. So Pakistan is always giving a financial support and training to the terrorists, because they do not have any development in Pakistan, but they always think that we have to destroy the other countries, and through that they want to gaining. So nothing else. But our government is giving our government teaches a lesson to them, and also not only the Pakistan, those who are thinking about India to destroy. So this is the answer to them.
All right. Thank you, sir. We'll get back to you. Professor Nandini, you have given your initial reaction. Yours seem looking very jubilant on this. But initially, during your first response, you said that the international support. Frankly speaking, as of now, Pakistan is almost isolated, and officially, Turkey or Turkey is the only country which is openly supporting Pakistan. Frankly speaking, Turkey is not an important country also. And for the first ever time, United States came in support of India, which has not happened since independence. It was always taking the side of Pakistan, but for the first time, United States openly supported India, and Donald Trump used a very powerful word that he will eliminate, he will not think even a second to eliminate, to show its power in Asia to China. So these are the very powerful words. So now, frankly speaking, do you think this Operation Sindoor in that way, keeping account of international support, is stopped, is done, or will it be carry forwarding?
So if I consider that what exactly is the international law doing, we can understand that no UN would not support a war. We all know that, and because Pakistan has an edge now to put across their views in the UN Security Council being a non-permanent member. But that doesn't mean that they could not exactly, because the attacks were recorded. It was not recorded by any government agency, it was recorded by people who were there as victims, and that has been put across. This shows that internationally also no country can openly support Pakistan now, and even China, which is basically the backbone of Pakistan's infrastructure building, for that matter, economic infrastructure building. Now China cannot support, rather Turkey will indirectly support it, because Turkey also has no good terms with India. The reason why we have to understand international law is that most of the countries like the United States of America, the Russia, and other countries, though European countries have not made any open statement about whom they are going to support, they are themselves victims of terrorist act. So they can't openly tell that Pakistan, come on, have a few more terrorist hub and then train terrorists. Because at the end of the day, what happened to US in 9/11, we know, they encouraged terrorism, they became the victims. Only after that they took Pakistan as a terrorist area. So we can understand that internationally, though China can give a background support, Turkey can give an open support, but probably no other country, including Afghanistan and Iran, which is neighbors to Pakistan, may support them. Because Afghanistan has stood with us for a long time in their good and bad times, though Taliban is fighting their own war, but at the end of the day, they have considered that India to be a friend. So we know that Pakistan is now under pressure. Now they may escalate this, telling that now that they have the military head has given that civilians were attacked, but which is not yet proved in the international law. So it is very clear that both our in the press release which has been done, both Sophia Qureshi and Omika Singh, under the Indian Secretary as Mishri sir, have clearly given that we have targeted only the terror hubs. We have not touched any of the civilians. But in the process of these attacks, there will be a couple of deaths of civilians. But I don't think international law or any other country could condemn this act of India. So internationally, we have been strengthened by the support of the major countries that they called Modi ji and told that we are behind you, do whatever you want to do. I think that shows that India has it's not just a leader for India. Modi has become a world leader by this, because he can influence the greatest leaders to support us openly, to tell that you do what you want, we are behind you. So I think that shows that internationally we have become very strong, because we are economically also strong now, and I think our national security is safe under the states which are now ruling us, and we should be happy that somebody is taking care of every life which went in Pahalgam. It's 26, it's not about just 26 or 28 lives, it's about 1.4 billion Indians who have hopes. If I have slept before the strikes, army was striking at 1:45, I have slept at 1:45, so I understand that I am sleeping peacefully is because somebody is caring for me and securing me and my life. So all 1.4 billion of us should be, I don't call war as a pride thing, But still, when it comes to our national security and integrity, I think we all should stand together, because internationally, every country is now supporting India. We should be fighting terror till the end, and as much as possible, we should uproot it. I think that's the international message which we can give, sir.
Professor Nandini, ma'am, one thing I would like to remind you that you said that after 9 by 11, so there is September 11th attacks on United States has realized what is the cost of terrorism. But if you remember correctly, at that particular time, George Walker Bush and then President of Pakistan Musharraf have become very close, and at that particular time, to some extent, I strongly remember at that particular time India has become alone, because later on, after world remembers, and to some extent even India also remembers 9 by 11, September 11th. But September 11th is followed by December 13th, which is the brutal attack on India's parliament. But even at that particular time, nobody supported India, and at the United Nations also, India was to some extent cornered. So at that particular time, what was the difference? Frankly, international scenario has changed, and India's stance was changed only in one aspect, that at that particular time it was some billions of economy, and now we are 4 trillion economy. Probably this is playing a very large part, and United States President Donald Trump, his approach and his strong counter on terrorism is the only thing changed. So, do you think at that particular time really India was weak, or only because of international pressure mount we could not do anything?
I think we have become strong, sir. India in 2000 was different. In India after 2014 is different. Now we are brave Indians, and when we tell that we are Indian, we feel proud about being Indian. Earlier we used to hesitate to tell when we go outside that I am an Indian. But I know though I am not. I'm not telling that I am anti to anything, but I am a true nationalist.
All right, Professor Nandini, we'll get back to you. We'll take a short break now, and we'll get back to you. That was about Operation Sindoor, the revenge attack what was taken place in the late night hours, probably at 2:15 o'clock in the night. Operation Sindoor, frankly speaking, the name itself carries a very lot of weight, because as we all know, mostly or almost only the men were targeted, and women who lost their sindoor, which includes the newly wed naval officer also. So, wives have seen their husbands dying. Few of the people have even begged the terrorists to take their lives also, but their lives are returned. Only the sindoor was taken from them. So, probably based upon this fact, Operation Sindoor is given the name. As far as I remember, no such operation has given this much significant name, because usually operations will be carried out in the army language or the enforcing language, or the name that shows the strength of that particular country. But for the first time, Operation Sindoor is given in remembrance of the lost sindoors of 26 widows. And also, to some extent, this Operation Sindoor is a very great thing that in coming times India will remember. Why? Because our wounds are very much fresh. Our wounds are not healed. It's not the matter of 26 lives. Professor Nandini just now said, and even other panelists also said, including Captain Rama Krishna and Dr. Raghu, that it's not the matter of 26 lives. It is the matter of 1.4 billion people. So, will this be a halt to Operation Sindoor? Will this get limited to an operation itself? Will this be limited to the Sindoor? The time will say. But yes, as a normal citizen, I don't wish a war. I just wish Pakistan should be getting the answer. They should be taught a lesson in their own language. Yes, we all feel that. We don't want the war. Yes, Indus Valley Treaty stopping is a very great initiative what India has taken, but even now we don't want any further bloodshed of innocent civilians, but we want a complete elimination of terrorism. And if that case, if Operation Sindoor is the only answer, or if any other operations, as what Captain Raghu has said, as what Dr. Raghu has said, we want further attacks. Till the attacks, till then, till the last terrorist loses his life, we want such operations to continue. If this particular Operation Sindoor is not enough, let this mission get carried out. Let this wipe out all the terrorism in Pakistan, so that India will be at peace. We are not saying that we are not peaceful. Yes, we are very much peaceful. We are sleeping very peacefully. Though we are wounded, we are speaking. As Professor Nandini has said, at that particular time, entire India was sleeping, including me. Why? Because on the trust on what we are having on our armed forces, on our government. Yes, we slept peacefully. To some extent, in the morning when I woke up, I really felt, how could I miss this important juncture where operation is carried out? Because later, few hours later only, I came to know. The messages, the phones were continuously on, but to some extent, I missed it. I simply apologize. And now, the moment what we are waiting is on. Prime Minister Modi is addressing the nation. Let's watch it live.